What is up, Buttercup and Shutterbugs and Tiger Uppercuts? I hope you all are doing well. In front of us, spinning on this manual Susan, because I need the grip for this guy to stand properly, is a Junkion and Armorizer combiner consisting of one Trashmaster, two Crashbars, and two Magneous on the bottom as the legs. I complain a lot about the Armorizers. If you follow the channel, you know what I'm talking about. But I will say that they do have some redeeming qualities when they become these all-in-one chunky limbs, whether it's going to be this leg or an arm configuration that I'm going to show off in another video, by the way. I will say that, yeah, those are their redeeming qualities. I still wish they came apart a little bit more like their build former brethren, but c'est la vie, it is what it is. And so, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start taking them apart. But before I do that, I am going to show you how these guys are connected. Oh, did I mention, by the way, the torso? This is from the great Robert H., and Robert shared this with me. And utilizing this design, I created that first Trashmaster Titan, or the Trash Titan, then the second one, subsequent one, and this one is kind of like the third one. There is actually an unofficial third one that I never shared to the channel, and I don't think I will, but anyway, neither here nor there. So over here, these are the Trashmaster legs, and you can see on the back, yeah, this part, it doesn't look that great, but they are connected directly to the legs over here, and there's a lot of stuff that goes in here to kind of like, you know, create these faux hips. But yeah, really it's just kind of these two things connected, and I'm going to pop these off right now, and I'm going to show you how the legs are made. Pop up. Pop up. I'll put that to the side. And yeah, this entire thing, this obviously is the foot, but this is really just... This is just Magneous. There's not much to it. The legs have just been unfolded, so you can see that these are the bot mode legs. The feet are just out. Normally, the waist would be flipped over like that, and then these would be folded in, and then you would just have the truck mode. So from the truck mode, all you got to do is really just kind of swivel the waist around, unfold the legs, and there you go. You have your leg. It's really just as simple as that. And then on the bottom of the feet, we're plugging in the axe. And then the axe basically is what's going to become the connector for connector to the Gestalt. It's going to utilize that 5mm peg over there. And that's it. And in the front of the car, there is a hole. So if you have like a Power of the Prime's Grimlock foot, you can use that. But for our purposes over here, we're going to utilize the rest of the Crashbar bits. And one of the pieces from the Magneous spot, which is the tires over here. And so all we're really doing at this point is we have one of the arms, Crashbar, the second Crashbar arm just plugged in, the saddlebag plugged into the side of this arm, and on the bottom we are cinching these two things together. Oh, that's a tight fit. We are cinching them together, this hole and this hole, utilizing the tire. And that's kind of going to become the heel spur. And utilizing that peg, we're just going to plug that into the bottom of the car. And there's a little bit of a pivot on it because, you know, there's a swivel joint in there. Pretty much that's going to become the foot. Yeah. And then you're going to do that for both sides. And then you're going to have the legs. And he makes a pretty decent arm as well. And I'll show you kind of right now, actually. You just do this, and then you fold that down. And then you flip that around. And now you can plug in like a fist right there. And then you can plug that into the side of a robot. Even splay this out a little bit so you have the arms kind of stretched out. But yeah, so lots of different things that we can do. We'll move this to the side just for a second. And this is the torso. Let me just show you how the arm is made. We have the Crashbar body, right? And we flipped over the head so it's facing backward. And we have one of the legs with the exhaust just plugged in, and that's just going to fill up. It's just kind of beefing up the side. It doesn't really have any type of functionality. We're taking this, you know, the peg, we basically dislodged it, so it's in there, and you're just plugging that in, and then this is going to become the arm. And then you're going to take this and you're going to plug this in up top somewhere. Oops, the other way. And that's going to help beef up the shoulder basically when you plug this in. And then you just take that port and you plug it in right there. And that's the arm. It's pretty simple actually, you know. The torso, I'm not sure. Should I discuss how this is made? I mean, again, we've gone over this torso several times in the other Trash Titan videos, but since we're here, we may as well do so, right? In terms of how the arms are connected, we're utilizing those hydraulics, and they are plugged into the bottom of the feet of Trashmaster. But before we even get there, we're going to start taking these layers off. This, and you know, there's a little piece of paper here because the fit is a little too loose. This is the front of Trashmaster, the front of the cars, and so you can see this is what the bot looks like over here. And again, these are just here to kind of fill up this empty space, and these are the exhaust pipes from Crashbar. This is the crux of the bot, and these are the saddlebags. Sorry about that. I keep moving it off center. These saddlebags are from Crashbar, and they help cinch this in. And once I remove it, you'll be able to see it. I'll take off one part. Yeah. It's connecting that piece to that piece. Like that. And it does so, like, perfectly. Okay. This is the Trashmaster foot, and it's plugged into the side of that little panel. And it's going to do that. But before we even get all there, I got to show you how to configure the body. So we're going to remove this for now. Oh man, that's a tight fit. Oh, dude, that actually hurt my fingers, dude. Dude, look at that indentation there. Yuck. One of the things as you get old, by the way, you lose your elastin, meaning the ability for your skin to bounce back. And so, like, indentations are more common as you become an old fart like me. So, in terms of how this is made... All right. Normally it would look something like this, and then we would have the Trashmaster legs back here. Capiche? You follow, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to undo this bit. Then you're going to bring that down and connect it like you're transforming it into robot mode. You're going to get the arms. You're going to dislodge them for a second. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it out, and you're going to turn that around. Bring that out, bring that down, and then close them so that the orange bits are facing forward. Then you're just going to plug these two things in again. You're going to take that chomper bit, and normally this would be facing this way like that. Instead, well, we can put this on later, so just remove that for now. Take the Trashmaster head, and you know, we can plug that in later too. So this is the config at the moment. You're going to take that and you're going to plug it in as best as you can up to the top over here. And now we have the chomper, and then just flip over the jaw and plug that in. Plug that in as best as, what? Dude, what's going on, dude? Yeah, you have that plugged in as best as possible. I don't know, mine's a little bit warped, and so I think it's just kind of popping out, but yeah, it'll stay in there. Or it should. Let's put that in last. From here, you're going to plug in the Trashmaster head. The clearance is going to be a little bit tight on the back, but that's okay. And again, plug this in as best as you can. And with that space over here, now you can plug in that jaw. And I don't know why it does not want to play nice. it was fine earlier, but pretty much it's going to hang out like that. And that's going to be the back part, like this. And then we're going to take the foot and plug that into the side, and we're going to bring that up. And then we talked about this earlier. We utilized the Crashbar saddlebags to cinch that in. Then you do that to both sides, and pretty much you kind of go from there. And then yeah, and then you can build on top of it. But that's the essence of the torso. And then you add that bit. Up here, you do it for both sides, and then yeah. And then from there, you can do all sorts of things. You know, you can create arms in many different fashions. And I showed you earlier that this was connected like that, right? And then the Magneous leg went over there. And sorry, I know I kind of did this out of sequence, but one, I'm not going to lie, I was feeling a little bit lazy. And two, I've done a lot of these same configurations before, so just more laziness, I guess. But I hope you were able to follow along. I'm not sure how many people have 2 Crashbars at home who are doing this with 2 Magneous figures and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe at least you just kind of enjoyed the ride and not necessarily worried about the goal at the end. And for some, it's the path and not the goal. Something I learned from Akuma in Street Fighter Alpha #1. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Still going to gripe and complain about the Armorizer until they improve. But until then, it's me, B to the B, B to the B, B to the B to the B to the B. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye. Beep, 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 beep.